Yours, you lion-hearted son of a guns. I'm so glad you're here. Thanks for checking in. You are in the right place. You are on the Cliff Yates channel, and you might just be popping in off the shorts feed. And if you are, boom, subscribe to the channel. You're in the right place. If you are a motivational warrior, and I think you probably are, if you are in the interest of joining a community of progress, if you want to get better every day in every way than you were yesterday, then you are in the right place. I'm Cliff Yates, everybody. And I want you to join the community of progress that I have going on here. Listen, it's all stuff motivational, self-improvement, personal growth, those kinds of things. And I'm telling you, we have the choice. Hey, thanks for checking in. I'm glad you're here. I just got out of the gym, got it done. I just got through traveling from Florida up here to upstate New York. Of course, so 3 days of not working out. I just hammered the shit out of it because, I hadn't worked out in 3 days. So boom, 2 hours. I'm not saying you have to do 2 hours, but you definitely have got to start habituating a weight resistance, weight training regimen. You've got to start habituating a workout routine, and it doesn't have to be that long or that often. If you do a weight resistance program 3 days a week, 45 minutes to an hour, you can't believe the amount of progress that you're going to make and the effect that's going to have on not just your body, but also on your mind. As I get older, I'm starting to think it's probably more on your mind. All right, everybody, I'm glad you're here. Welcome to the Cliff Yates channel. I like to go live in the vertical mode for a couple different reasons. One of those reasons is, it's raw and real. It's authentic and it's not AI generated. Come on, all the mistakes are going to be in. I will not be editing. I do not like to see over-edited content. It's got to be so polished and it's so perfect that we can't be sure that it's real. Well, this is real. I'm live. I have no teleprompter. There are no notes. And I am speaking directly from my heart and mind to you. Hey, thank you for connecting. And I really appreciate you. Never been a greater time to be alive. Never been a greater time to be alive at whatever age you're at. When I think about this little town that I'm driving to right now, 52 years ago when I was 16 years old, I just can remember me using my dad's Super 8 video camera and making these little movies, taking the film to be developed, and then waiting about a week to 10 days to develop it, and then putting it into a projector, showing it to just my mom, dad, my neighbors, and my friends that I made the movie with. And now I can turn on the damn camera and I can broadcast to the world. There are no more gatekeepers. There are no more excuses. I don't care. Let's say you're a singer with great talent. Do you think you need an agent? Do you think you need a promoter? Do you think you need a producer? Turn the damn camera on, sing, play your instrument, broadcast to the world. Next thing you know, you're going to have your own following, millions of people from around the world because you have the talent if you're a singer. I can't sing for shit. One of the things we have to learn is, what are our talents? Mine is not singing. I'm going to guarantee you that. Your talents will make room for you. There is nobody that has ever been born today or in the future, that does not have all the talents they need. All we have to do is discover them. Hey, thank you. Good to see you. I'm glad you're here connecting with me today. Like I said before, I just got done with my workout. I did a full body, heavy workout. And yeah, it's great for your metabolic health, for your cells to maintain muscle, to build muscle, to keep your bone structure strong. But more than that, if you can imagine, you're flushing all of those hormones, that dopamine, into your system, in your joints. But more important, right here, you can imagine what you're stimulating in your brain. The dopamine that's created, the serotonin, the blood that's increased, oxygenated, flushing in and out of your brain. It's going to allow you to think better. And when you think better, you're going to do better. And when you do better, you're going to get more. And when you get more, you can share more. And that's a great way to live your life. I'm glad you're here. You're in the right place. Everything personal growth, self improvement, self empowerment. We have to choose. Went many years. Wow, was I lucky? Wow, was I grateful for all of my, all of my, God, all of my gifts. And then life hits you in the face, right? Everybody has a plan. Mike said till you're punched in the face. We're all going to get punched in the face or somebody close to us, but it hasn't happened to you already. It will. And we got to be ready for it. I laugh at this quote by David Goggins, who's a maniac motivational guy, Navy SEAL. And I'll tell you, he's always filming himself running ultra marathons in the gym. And he has a clip, a short video. It says this: what am I training for? I'm not training for shit, but if something pops up, I'm ready. And that's the way I feel. What am I training for? I'm not training for shit, but if something pops up, oh, I'm ready. I don't want to throw any shade on my fellow 68 plus year old guys. But I go in the gym and I see a lot of great guys working out. Man, they're in great shape. Some of them better shape than I'm in. They're really putting the effort in. But out in the real world, even in my tennis club, I see men 68 and older. Oh man, they're slow, shuffling. You know, they look weak. And they're only weak because they don't train. They don't work out at all. They've let it slip by. They've just floated along in life. Well, that's a sad case. That's a sad state of affairs. I'll tell you right now, it's not me, and I know it's not you. I've been getting such great comments and feedback from people who are, hey, Cliff, I am ready to take it to the next level. You know, I got dreams and ambitions that I kind of hesitate to share with my family and friends. Let me tell you something. That's a good thing. Be very, very careful because you know what God has put on your heart. And so you're going to be sharing big ideas and big dreams with small-minded people, and they're going to poo-poo you. Sometimes they do it out of caring and love. So sometimes you got to be careful what you're sharing. You can share it with me in the comments. You can hook up with me, and I'll tell you what, I'll encourage you. Don't think logically and don't think reasonably. Pick some stupid, big, crazy big goals. You can't imagine what's going to happen in your life because you do that. The things that you put into motion, you start taking action on astronomical, out of fucking touch goals. They don't make any sense. When you write them down, they're the dominating thought in your freaking heads. You may never get there. You may change destinations or goals, but I'm going to tell you, the people and the circumstances they're going to be attracted to and are going to come into your life based on the vibration you're creating from those thoughts and ideas that you not only have in your head consciously, but you're going to marry those thoughts emotionally, and you're going to have those planted in your subconscious mind, and you're going to keep those thoughts dominated in your subconscious mind, and that creates a vibration, and you're going to be attracting not only people, but circumstances into your life that are probably, at this point, you can't imagine. But I'm going to tell you right now, when you look back 1, 2, 5 years, 20 years from now, you're going to look back and you're going to say, wow, I never saw this coming. I never imagined that it was possible for my life to come to where it is today. And let me tell you, if you're in a bad season, if you're in a winter season, hang in there. Hang in there, damn it. I am telling you right now, if you're in a winter season, and we're all in seasons, but guess what? Throughout all of time, spring has always followed winter. So if you're in a winter season, hang in there. Spring's coming, baby. And that's exciting. I just went through 9 months of a winter season. What kept me going was number one, not my identity. That isn't who I portray to myself. Someone who's in despair, sadness, and feeling down. Now, sometimes we have good reason. Something's happening and we have a good reason to feel down, depressed, and in despair. But you know what? It's episodic. It's something we're going through. We're going to come out of that tunnel and we're going to come on the other side. Winter doesn't stay. Winter changes. all of time, winter doesn't stay. Not ever. There wasn't one year, oh shit, winter stayed, spring never came. No, always winter is followed by spring. Be good at recognizing patterns and seasons in your life. Man, I'm in a winter season. I got knocked down again. It doesn't even matter how many times you get knocked down. It matters if you get back up. Don't even share with me how many times you've been knocked down. Are you getting back up? Then damn it, I'm for you. I'm your biggest fan. You know, when I go into the gym, I don't care what people look like, fat, out of shape, old, damn it, they cross the threshold of that gym, and damn it, I'm in their corner. I back them 100%. You got your ass in there, you know what? You're doing it. I don't even care if you don't know what you're doing. You made the effort. Something happened. You got leverage on yourself somehow. Maybe it was a doctor's visit. Maybe it was a negative report. I don't care. Somehow you got the leverage to say, damn it, I got to go to the gym. You know, and sometimes that's an intimidating thing to take yourself by yourself, drive to the gym, walk into the gym. It's natural to feel shit. You know, they're judging me. Well, if you can overcome that, because most people are so damn concerned about their own life, their own circumstances, they're really not paying attention to you. It may seem that way to us. Sometimes it seems that way to me. Sometimes I got to overcome that myself, and I've been going to the gym for over 52 years. So let me tell you, you got this. One of the best things you can do is encourage somebody else. One of the best things you can do for yourself is to help somebody else. One of the best things you can do is focus on somebody else in a way that you can help them. And you know what is weird about that paradox? You get more back than you gave out. For some reason, there's a paradox. There's a polarity to life. There's a positive and a negative. And so it seems weird, but if you pick the hard things, if you choose hard, your life becomes easier. Isn't that weird? If you choose hard, your life becomes easier. If you choose easy, to lay in bed, stay under the covers, then your life gets hard. Things start happening to you, and it makes your life hard. And you know what's good about choosing hard and our life getting easier? It's on our terms. We choose hard. Oh, it's hard to get up in the morning and get a breakfast or get into the gym. Well, it is hard, but guess what? It's our hard. We choose to do it. Hey, how are you, my friend? Good to see you here. Let me check who this is on my glasses. Hey, all right. How are you? I love it. Hi to you too. How are you? Disaster Kumar 16. Well, I love you too. You're one of my number one fans, and I appreciate you. If I can do anything today that would give me great pleasure, that would be to encourage you. Yeah, we're connected kind of on a weird basis. Yeah, the number one way to connect with somebody, especially today with everything that's going on, one-on-one is the best way to connect with people. If you can sit down with somebody, sit at the table with them and look at them in the eye and have a great one-on-one conversation personally, that's great. But you know what's just as great sometimes is connecting with people halfway around the world live, right? In real time, even FaceTime with a family member, with a grandmother, a grandfather. Hey, guess what, Grandpa? Here I am. I'm at the tomb of the unknown soldier. Hey, I'm at the pyramids. And now you get to see it, Grandpa. I know you can't get off the couch, but now you get to see it through me. And screw that. You and I are not going to be stuck on the couch. Why? Because we get after it. We operate on a higher level. We're big achievers. We're kind of different from the rest of the crowd. We are not addicted to mediocrity. We don't believe in being mediocre. That's why I know you're here. And that's why you're going to subscribe. Bang that button. Don't be shy. Subscribe to the channel. I'm building a community of progress here. I study a lot of the people. Tony Robbins, Dean Graziosi. I've been to their seminars. I've walked the hot coals. I've tried some of the things that they talk about, and I saw the results that I got, and it got me excited. If they can share these things, then I want to share them too. You know what? If they can do it, I can do it too. Let me tell you, get that mindset in your head. If somebody else has already done it, then you can do it too. And guess what? If you got a thought in your mind and no one else has done it, you can be the first one. You don't need social proof. We don't need validation from somebody else. I got to tell you, one of the things I'm changing, and I learned this from somebody else on a YouTube channel, that I think I got caught up in this, and I'll be very honest with you. You know, For a while there, I think I needed, after a long-term marriage, and that was my identity. I felt after the separation, I felt like, who am I? Who is my true identity? Sometimes we become so attached and identify with us as a couple, married. We are we, and when that's gone, when that goes away, we can sometimes, oh, I think I need to fill that void to be validated again. No, no, we don't have to do that. We don't have to panic, chase women or men that we need that in our life to be validated. We're worried that we're going to be judged by other people because we're not a couple anymore. And no, so I'm getting that out of my head and I'm studying that. The best thing we can do is to gain as much wisdom and knowledge as we can get. Seek first the kingdom and all will be added. Seek first wisdom. And that's what I like to portray to you. I've got 68 years of wisdom I brought to the table. I'll share it with you. Now, that's the years that I bring. However, as far as the body, as far as the energy and the vigor and the ambition, I'm 29. And so that's the way it goes, everybody. Hey, glad you're here. You are in the right place. And if you haven't already, and if you're already into a habituated exercise routine, you're going to the gym, hey, stay right with me because we can connect. And I do a podcast, and maybe you'll be a guest on my podcast. If you've already made some great changes, you've seen great results, and you are interested in sharing that with somebody else, hey, why don't you be a guest on my podcast? You know what? Going live in the vertical format, I never thought about, hey, I can pitch my podcast to people maybe who want to be a guest on my show. And so leave me a message. I check my messages. I check the comments because you know what? If you've taken the time to leave a comment, that means a lot to me and that has value. So I sure do appreciate it. All right, everybody. Thank you for being part of this chat. I am here doing some errands for mom here in upstate New York. And kind of weird. 3 days ago, I was in Florida, 86 degrees. And hey, today it's 48. But that's all right. Hey, I'm glad you are here. Thanks for listening, leaving a comment. I appreciate you. All right, I got some more people jumping in and out of the shorts feed. I appreciate you. Hey, subscribe to the channel. You have stumbled across the Cliff Yates channel, and I'm everything personal growth, self-improvement, how we can get better today in every way than we were yesterday. And hey, what a great way to live, everybody. I'm telling you. And I only get excited about these things because I've done it. I've gone to the Tony Robbins seminars. I read the books and I put some of the practices into action. And the results were so great that I got immersed in all of these subjects and going to the seminars, reading the books, but reading the books again and again and again so that we can really know something and deep down in our inner soul. And sharing those things with other people only makes me learn it better or more, whatever the proper English is. And I'm not so worried about the proper English. I'm worried about how you're doing and what you think about yourself. I learned from Bob Proctor, a guy who's in the movie The Secret. He got to a point where he wasn't worried what anybody thought about him. He was worried about what everybody thought about themselves because our self-image is one of the most important things that we can really build. Build our self-image so it's unshakable, unstoppable, because we will never outperform our self-image, how we think of ourselves. And we can change that at any time. We can start upping that. We can make it better and better every day in every way. We can get better than yesterday in our self-image. And one of the great books that I read was Psycho-Cybernetics. And that really deals with the self-image, everybody. It's so important. We are never going to outperform our self-image. What we think about ourselves, what anybody else thinks about us has no bearing on our life whatsoever unless we turn that power over to them. And we're not going to do that, not here. We take control of our thoughts and what we do. And it's not based on other people's judgments or opinions of us. That is something that they can keep. But our self-image, that's the most important thing for us to build. Why? Because we will never outperform our self-image, how we think of ourselves. And I was talking about a book, Psycho-Cybernetics, by Maxwell Maltz. It was written in, I think, the 60s. This guy was a plastic surgeon. People came to him with a scar on their face, and he repaired that scar. And some people, they didn't improve their life. They still operated as if they had a scar on their face. They still felt that everybody was treating them as if they had an ugly scar on their face. They didn't. Their face was beautiful. It had been restored. But the scar was mental. The scar was on their psychological site, how they saw themselves. Self-image was so important. And after that, Maxwell Maltz became obsessed with the self-image and how to improve it and how important it is that we have a great self-image, because we're never going to outperform our self-image. I'm so glad that you came across my channel. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. I'm building a community of progress. This is the kind of thing that I get involved in. I follow Tony Robbins. I follow Mel Robbins. I follow Les Robbins. There's a lot of Robbins out there in this field of personal growth. Never thought about that before. But I follow these people, and Lewis Howes, these guys who are into like psychology and philosophy, and how we have an opportunity on a daily basis to renew our energy and pursue whatever damn thing we want to pursue, go after whatever we want to go after. That's the kind of shit I get excited about. Believe me, I have friends and family, they don't get excited about this whatsoever. But then, you're going to end up being in a different place than your friends and family are. They're going to say, wow, were you lucky? Look what you got. Oh, man, you were just in the right place at the right time. You know what? No, it was a big difference in how you thought, how you acted, the vibration you created, and then what you attracted to your life and the actions you took based on your thoughts, the dominating thoughts that you fed into your subconscious mind. Man, it's so powerful. You're going to look back and think, holy shit, I can't believe where I came from. You're going to be able to look back and say, holy shit. And then you're going to look forward again and say, you know what? I'm going to shoot for some higher stars. I'm going to shoot even for some bigger ambitions, because you know what? I got a track record of success, and I got a track record of feedback too, not failure. There is no failure. It doesn't even matter. You could fall down 27 times, and if you get back up, damn it, you're still in the game. I just read a book by a Navy SEAL, and you know what? You can not only quit your SEAL training during Hell Week, you can ring the bell, or you can take yourself out medically, or you can get disqualified medically, but you can go back again and again and again. And then if you pass SEAL training, no one ever asks how many times you tried. All they know is you passed. No one ever asks you how many times you fell down and got back up. All they know is you got back up, and look what you did. You know what? Let's be an example for other people. I think that's some of the best fulfilling things to do in life, to be an example for somebody else. If you have somebody give you feedback and they tell you what you said to them had to make a big difference in their life and what they did, and based on what you had them do, by inspiring them, their whole life changed for the better, there is no greater joy. Having a positive impact on somebody else to the point that they took action that had a positive impact on their life, no greater joy. And so, hey, if you haven't already tried starting to do that, start today. In some way, start encouraging someone else in your family, in your life, or someone in the grocery store. Hey, I'm going to do that today. I'm getting ready to go in the grocery store. I'm going to be spreading some joy with a smile. Hey, how are you doing today? I like that shirt. And then I'm going to give some joy and encouragement, not based on any feedback that I'm going to get back from them. They may just give me a scowl. You know what? I don't care, because I don't know what's going on in their life. They may be going through a terrible, terrible winter season. And so what? I can't expect them to be joyful and return my joy to me. And it doesn't matter. I don't need it. I don't need their joy. The pleasure is in the giving. It really is, everybody. I tell you, there's no greater joy. The giving is really the pleasure. That's why, you know what? Don't rob somebody else of the pleasure of giving. Once you get to a point in your life where you can pick up the check, you know what? Let me treat you today. Hey, we're out to lunch. Let me pay today. Eventually other people are going to try to pay for you. And we're tempted to say, no, I'm treating today. It's on me. But we're really sometimes robbing people of the joy of giving. Sometimes let somebody else pick up the check, because let them have the pleasure. All right, everybody, I got some errands to do. I love you, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for subscribing.